So, good morning everyone. My name is Ronald Gabriel C. Briones from BSC 2-1 and ako po yung isa sa mga presenter ng group number 13 which is ang napunta sa aming topic is England Policing System. So, without further ado, let's start po to discuss this. So, England Policing System. Before we start po, let's recall muna kung ano yung history word ng police sa England. So, sa England daw po tinatawag ang police as the police. Same lang din po. The police or the police force, yun po ang tawag sa law enforcer na nagme-maintain ng peace and order sa kanila. So, yung Bobbies naman po derives from Sir Robert Peel, the founder of modern policing. So, ang Bobbies daw po is nickname ng police nung na-establish yung Metropolitan Police Force. So, yung coppers naman po it is a slang, informal tradition term in police. So, yung coppers daw po is nung hindi pa na i-establish yung Metropolitan Police Force, ang tawag po sa police noon is coppers. So, dumako naman po tayo sa kanilang police policing system. So, ang name ng police po sa England is Metropolitan Police Service. Sa Pilipinas, meron ang katumbas nito is yung PNP natin, which is the Philippine National Police. So, tumako naman po tayo sa department. Ang Metropolitan Police Service, under naman po siya ng Home Service. And yung Home Service is, ang primary function nito is for immigration, security, and law enforcement order. Kung sa Pilipinas, ang PNP po is under ng Department of Interior and Local Government. So, motto, working together for a safer London. And sa Pilipinas naman po, sa PNP, motto nila is to serve and to protect. So, dumako naman po tayo sa ranks sa England. So, ang ranks na pinakamataas sa Metropolitan Police Force is the Commissioner. And the lowest rank naman po is Police Constable. Kung sa Pilipinas naman po, ang highest rank na pwedeng ma-attain ng isang police is Police General. And ang pinaka-lowest naman po is Police Patrolman. So, type of law enforcement, sila po ay decentralized because meron po silang mga territorial units. Compare sa PNP na meron tayong isang PNP office sa many regional and provincial and local branches na meron tayo. So, dumako naman po tayo sa estimated strength. As of 2024, meron po silang 300,559 personnel or police na working para maging safe yung kanilang bansa. So sa PNP naman po meron tayong estimated strength na 230,560 as per September 30, 2025. So yon. The police force organize and coordinates their crime fighting. So yung police officer daw po is under ng direction and control ng kanilang chief officer, and yung chief officer naman po is responsible for the operation ng kanilang mga forces. Next po, there are 43 territorial police force in England and Wales. So actually, ang United Kingdom po is may 47 territorial police force, but 43 of them po is located po sa England and Wales. Fun fact lang po na ang Wales and England is tinuturing na identical or twin because sa kanilang almost the same na policing na pinapatupad sa kanilang bansa. So next, responsible for specific geographic areas operating on the principle of policing by consent. So, policing by consent na ang layunin po is bigyan ng authority yung law enforcement sa pamamagitan ng tao na kumbaga aware yung mga tao and binibigyan nila ng power yung law enforcement na mag-maintain ng peace and order sa kanilang society. So, next po. Each force is operationally independent under the leadership of commissioner. So, yun nga po, each forces is nag-ooperate and may sarili-sariling duty but still under pa rin sila ng police commissioner. So, dumako naman po tayo sa Metropolitan Police Service logo. So, crown on the top. This represents the British monarchy, symbolizing the police duty to serve under the crown. And next po is yung circle na nakalagay is Metropolitan Police. Denotes the police force name serving the metropolitan area of London. Next naman po is yung CR na may 3 sa gitna. This stands for Charles Rex III, referring to King Charles III, the reigning British monarch as of 2025. This identifies the badge authority under the current king. And the last po is the starburst behind the circle. These rays symbolize shining justice and serving radiating out. So, dumako naman po tayo sa part ng history ng England policing system. So, nag-start po sila ng medieval period. So, during the early part ng policing sa England, dito po nag-start yung tinatawag nating constable and watchman, na kung saan ang pinaka-primary function po is tulungan yung community nila, which is community-based po sila. And ito po yung goal nila is to help people and maintain peace and order sa kanilang society. So next naman po is 16th and 17th century. So during 17th and 18th century naman po is inintroduce ang watch and ward system, na kung saan ang mga watchmen ay nagpapatrol sa mga cities and town during the night. And dito rin po nabuo yung pinakaunang first detective force na inorganize ni Henry Fielding, which is yung Bow Street Runners noong 1748. So, dumako naman po tayo sa development of modern policing noong 1829 to 19th century. So, ito po yung pinaka-crucial and vital point, since ito po yung origin kung bakit meron po tayong modern policing system sa kasalukuyan. So, yun nga po. Metropolitan Police Force was founded in 1829, and Metropolitan Police po is also known din siya as Scotland Yard. So, ang pinaka responsibility ng police force na ito is yung London Safetyness and Security. Ito rin po yung pinakaunang professional police force na nag-take ng citywide approach. So, next naman po is, ni-emphasize din po ng modern policing system yung pagkakaroon ng maintaining good relationship with public. Since sabi ko nga rin po, yung principle na ginagamit nila sa kanilang policing system is yung policing by consent. Next naman po is yung after nung makreate nung Scotland Yard, ito yung naging mark as beginning ng modern policing sa buong mundo. So, after nung makreate yon, September 29, 1829, napas yung Metropolitan Police Act, na kung saan ito yung pinakaunang organized police force, and the rest is history na. Kumbaga, ito yung stepping stone ng maraming bansa in terms how to their compromise and approach their crime prevention sa kanilang bansa po. So, dumako naman po tayo sa late 20th century to present. So, after many years, until now, marami pa rin nag-adapt ng policing na ginawa ni Mr. Robert Peel. So, to how to approach yung crime and yung mga techniques na pwedeng gamitin in crime prevention. Gaya ng sabi ko, after ma-establish ang Metropolitan Police Act, the rest is history na.
And now, let's talk about the Metropolis Service or the Management Board. So, yung pinaka-nastaas neto is yung commissioner. Siya yung the overall head of the Metropolitan Police, together with deputy commissioner, and siya yung pangalawa or the second in command, helps run and coordinate with all the departments. And may mga under siya neto, which is the assistant commissioners. Sila yung mga managing a specific area of policing. Unang-una dito is yung AC or the assistant commission in frontline policing. They are the one who handle the day-to-day police work and local operation. Mga example nito yung mga nagdurubing na police. They are the one who securing the safety of the community. Second is the AC, operation and performance. They are focusing in the intelligence and covert or the secret policing or the secret privacy or the secret data ng isang crime. They are the one who collect and analyze the crime and through the undercover operation. Third one is the AC, trust and legitimacy. So sila naman yung nagbi-build up ng trust sa mga public, and they are the one who ensuring the fair policing. Part 1 dito is yung AC, specialist operations. Sila naman yung nag-handle ng mga high risk o high-level threats. Example nito yung terrorism. Yung next naman is the AC, professionalism. Sila naman yung nag-e-ensure ng ethical behavior, ng accountability and discipline ng isang force, kung tama pa ba o maganda pa ba yung ginagawa nila sa isang force or sa isang unit. So, dito din, nagpe-prevent sila ng pagkasobra o pagkakaroon ng misconduct or nagkakaroon ng isang abuse sa kapangyarihan nila. Second naman is the Chief People and Resources Officer. Dito naman napibilang yung managing the human resources and the internal support ng isang unit. Dito nakapaloob yung finance, HR, and property services. Dito naman sa may learning and development is dito chine-check o yung training ng isang officers and ng isang staff. Next naman is yung Chief Digital Training and Technology Officer. Sila naman yung nagfo-focus sa technology and digital transformation, sa service delivery, data and tech solutions for modern policing. Next naman is yung Chief Strategy and Transformation Officer. Sila yung nagpaplano ng future direction ng MET and the strategy and transformation project. They are the one who oversees the major and reformation initiatives ng isang organization. Last naman is yung the Chief Communication and Engagement Officer. They are the one who manage the public communication, media, and community relation dito para magkaroon ng transparency at maiwasan ang pagkakaroon ng discrepancy. Transparency sa pag-maintain ng isang positive relationship together with the public and the Metropolitan Police or Metropolitan Policing System or the Metropolitan Police. And now let's talk about the rank and insignia of the Metropolitan Police. And the highest rank in the Metropolitan Police is the Commissioner. And the insignia nito is merong crown, merong cross, tip, staff, and laurel. Yung role niya is to lead the entire force and reports to the Home Secretary. Second naman natin is the Deputy Commissioner or the second in command of the Metropolitan Police. Yung insignia naman is may crown, may overcross, tip, staffs, and surrounded by a wreath. Yung role niya is yung i-assist yung commissioner and siya din yung nag-handle ng large-scale operation. Pangatlo naman na pinakamataas is the assistant commissioner or the senior officers managing the major divisions for specialist units. And yung insignia niya is crown, overcross, tip, staffs. Pang-apat is yung deputy assistant commissioner, command large operational areas or yung mga departments neto. And yung insignia naman is yung may crown above a single tip staff. Yung next naman is yung commander. Siya naman yung nag-oversee sa mga specific unit. Like yung unit for homicide, unit for counterterrorism, and then sa mga traffic unit din. And then yung insignia niya naman is lang, nag-iisang crown lang naman. And next naman is yung the Chief Superintendent. Siya naman yung nag-manage ng isang entire police system or isang large division ng isang police system. Ang insignia naman ito is merong PIP and a crown. Yung PIP pala is like star siya kung titignan, and PIP yung tawag nila dito. And then next naman dito is yung superintendent. Siya naman yung nagli-lead ng district and ensure the performance and discipline of police dito sa may England or in here sa may Metropolitan Police. And yung insignia naman is isang crown and isang PIP. And yung next naman dito is yung Chief Inspector. And yung Chief Inspector, siya naman yung nagsusupervise ng multiple station and nag-oversee sa mga incident. And yung insignia naman is 3 pips or 3 stars. And yung inspector naman, siya naman yung nag-supervise sa mga several teams or ships of sergeants and constables. And yung insignia niya meron siya is 2 pips or 2 stars. Yung sergeant naman is mayroong insignia na 3 chevrons or 3 stripes down, and yung role niya dito is yung first line supervisor ng constable, and yung last naman dito yung constable o constable na pinaka lowest rank sa police managing system. Isa din siya sa pinaka importanting police force dito kasi siya yung nagro-roving and siya yung laging frontliner of the officers. And yung insignia niya is literal na unique color, badge number lang yung meron sa insignia niya. So, the recruitment requirements must be 18 plus or above, and dapat 3 years ka nang naninirahan sa England pataas, and meron ka ring legal permission para magtrabaho dito. And you must hold at least 3 level of qualification, A level of equivalent or a 2 college degree. And may mga process din na includes dito. Una is yung application, interview, assessment, background security check, and the medical fitness test. So now let's talk about the Metropolitan uniform, and their uniform symbolizes professionalism, safety, and also tradition. The standard color of the Metropolitan uniform is navy blue and black tonic trouser on below or bottom, and white t-shirt and black ties on top. And where they wearing high visibility jacket with body armor and some accessories like handcuffs, body worn camera. And their headgear for men have the traditional custodian helmet or round helmet with a badge, while for women, wearing a bowler hat with a Metropolitan Police badge.